Hi everyone, I hear there's been a lot of requests on Facebook and Instagram about wanting to know how to put together the ghungroo or the ankle bells onto the piping cord so that they are braided and ready to use during dance. So I'm going to actually give you a quick tutorial on how to do this. So what you do need is very good strong piping cord like this. And you can get this from any haberdashery shop or marketplace. The piping cord ideally needs to be a weave, a cross weave like this, rather than the one that goes round as spirals, because that eventually does give in and can actually tear or come apart very quickly. So try and get a cross weave piping cord. Now if you are wearing something like let's say 150 bells per ankle, then you will need about 15 yards of piping cord. And you need to split, obviously halve it, so that you've got about 7 meters per ankle bell, or per ankle, should I say. And what you need to do is make sure that you string, if you are wearing, for example, 150 bells, you're going to string them through the piping cord. So I'll just demonstrate how. It's really good top tip is to have some sellotape, because otherwise the ends do tend to come away and makes it difficult to thread through. So just get some sellotape and just really feed the piping cord through the whole of the ghungroo. Now you need to do that all the way across. So if you've got 150 bells, make sure they're all fed through. You need about, I would say, a meter or just under a meter at the start of it. So don't actually put the ghungroo at the beginning here, but leave this gap, because you'll need that to tie the ghungroo onto the ankle. And then to avoid the ankles, the ghungroos actually, to go through to the bottom, we want to make a knot, so that stops it from moving out of the string. So to start off, we want to think of a magic knot, and you want to place the piping cord over like that, making sure that the ankle bell or the ghungroo is hanging there. So I'll do that again, so cross over. Now when you've crossed it, the piping cord on the other side needs to go through the loop, and then you need to pull so it tightens, like so. Once you've got that loop, that's basically the start of braiding. So what you need to do is now take the next ghungroo, and that loop goes over the base of the ghungroo, like so, and then you need to continue to pull. And then again, you've got the next loop. You take the next ghungroo, make sure it goes over the base of the ghungroo. And again, you pull. And every time you've pulled, you'll get the loop. So that loop basically needs to keep going over. So again, you pull, like so. Now what you have to avoid is having too big a loop. Otherwise, it'll create too much gap between each ghungroo. So we want to just make sure that the loop is the similar size. Keep trailing the ghungroo through and keep pulling. Make sure you keep adjusting the loop so it's not getting any bigger or too small, in fact. And then you basically are on a rhythm of looping and then braiding a whole set. So what you should then get, with just a few, you can see here that there's a braid or a base, and this is what actually goes onto your ankle. So this is what will sit. I'll just show you here. It will sit right there. And once you've completed all the ghungroos, just make sure that you have another knot so that there's no worry of the ghungroo leaving the piping cord. And make sure at the end, once you've done all the ghungroos, you've left again another meter or just under for the tying of the ghungroo itself. I've got my own here to show you. As you can see, they're braided, and this is the base here that goes across onto and lies against the ankle bells and on both sides of the ghungroo. there is enough string to tie around the legs. So I hope that gives you some top tips of how to braid your ghungroo. If you still can't do it, give us a shout. We'll try and solve any kind of queries. And if there are any requests for any other elements of the art of Kathak or the art of dance, do send us a message. Take care.